Okay, this video is titled The Unscripted Era. Because here's the thing, right? Like all these polished YouTube videos and Instagram pieces of content, like they're fucking cool, right? They're pretty sick. And I like them. But the real thing is that they're not real to me. And it doesn't feel real, even though it's called IG Real. I feel like I have to put on some sort of performance, read some sort of script with some special hook, and it doesn't feel congruent with my personality and the authenticity that I try and lead my life with. And that's not to say that I'm always good at it. We all fall in to the trap at times, and sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes you gotta play the game. You do have to play the game in order to really figure out how it works. And then you can start manipulating the rules and then doing things your way. I mean, look at any athlete that's ever been successful, like basketball players. Like there's a certain way to win the game. You shoot the ball in the hoop, right? Now, how you go about it is your style. And so for me, the unscripted style, the raw content, they're just riffing on camera like this, has resonated with me, but it's taken me a long time to get to the point where I can just hit record and start yapping, because I've oftentimes, and maybe you can relate with this, been my own worst enemy, where I've gotten in my head and I've played defense on myself. I've set picks for myself, and I'm not a basketball player. I did play basketball when I was a kid, but you get the analogy I'm trying to make is I was getting my own way. And when you get in your own way, then anybody can get in your way, because you are either your greatest ally or your biggest obstacle. But when you get out of your way, when you figure out what your style is through just constant action taking, you really open up a whole new experience of life. And so I'm being able to discern a little bit better how I do things. And it's taken me quite a while to get to this point. Now, I'm almost 30. I don't know what my thoughts will be in a year from now. 5, 10, 20 years from now. I have no fucking clue. But it might be pretty cool. I think it will be cool. Should the universe and God let me live that long, to see how far I've come, right? Because not every day is promised. And all we can do is show up in the best way possible, as authentically as possible, and bring forth our own gifts and our own acts of service and create an impact. And one thing I was talking about in my stories today was working with one of my clients. And when I've worked with him in the past, this is personal training clients, I felt drained during and after every session. And I'm like, why the fuck am I feeling like this? And I utilize ChatGPT a lot, and so I was driving home talking to ChatGPT, and one thing it said was, you may be unconsciously picking up fragments of this person's energy. And what was interesting too was during this session, I asked this client, because I can kind of feel it out. I really leverage my personality and my charisma with my clients. I like to have fun. I like to talk to them while we're doing exercises in between sets. And I could feel like I wasn't making a lot of headway in that department. He always looks like a doomer. And so I asked him, I said, are you unfulfilled in your life? And he said, yes, I am unfulfilled in my life. I said, okay, if you could do anything you wanted, what would you do? And his response was, well, I'd probably travel. I'd probably go to culinary school. I was like, damn, dude, that's fucking awesome. He's like, yeah, I'd probably work for a company that helps people, that makes an impact instead of making their lives worse. I'm not going to tell you what company he works for, but it really made me stop and think like, wow, dude, like he has forfeited this sense of purpose and impact. And now I'm not blaming him, because it is challenging out there, but he's decided to forfeit that for a life of comfort and financial abundance. He makes good money. However, that money, which at some point can be a way of freedom can also be chains that keep you stuck in a place where you don't necessarily want to be. And it affects how you show up in the world. And so that's how he's been showing up. And I say this a lot, but you cannot pour from an empty cup. And one of the most potent ways to fill your cup is to be living a life aligned with your purpose. Like when you get up and you love the thing you do, and it's so fucking wild because when I was younger, it's like the society, the limiting beliefs of those who were too afraid to really go after it, tells you like, no, like fucking stay in your lane. Like this is what you have. This is how you have to play the game. They don't teach you how to make your own style. They don't teach you other ways of playing the game because they don't know. And that's why you have to be very careful with who you take advice from, because some people don't have your best interest in mind. Some people don't know what advice to give, and many people are limited by their own self-imposed beliefs or beliefs projected upon them by the others around them. That's why it's important to be cognizant of who you spend time with. But when you are acting in purpose, on purpose, you show up in the world differently. There's a fire in your eyes. There's an energy surrounding you, protecting you, guiding you. It's like a shield that people can pick up on. And this is one of the reasons why I tell so many guys, and I make so many videos about no fap and semen retention. When you're able to break free from the chains of porn and fapping all the fucking time, and you can take sovereignty over your life and exercise your free will in a way that benefits you and those around you, then you can transmute that energy into figuring out what your purpose is, into then living a life aligned with your soul's calling, whatever that is, right? And like, I've always been drawn to videos. Like, if you put a fucking screen on at a bar or a restaurant, I'm sucked in. Like, that format is always spoken to me. And I like to write. I write in my journal every day, but there's something about the spoken word and the visual format of a video that really draws me in. And telling a story and self-improvement. These are the things that I'm curious about. And these are the things that I express. And you could hear it in my voice. You could hear that excitement, that passion. And, you know, I have a coworker who's really passionate about fitness. And it's no fucking surprise. So I'm a trainer, he's a trainer, that he has clients training with him 6 days a week. That's fucking crazy. And that's amazing. He's so passionate about that. And that passion, the passion that a lot of people will try to quell and stuff out in you, is the same passion that will help you light a fire if you let it. A lot of people driving around, looking around. So, try to be cognizant of that. Fuck it. And so, you have to decide for yourself what era you want to step into. For me, I've really tried to embody this unscripted mantra to the best of my ability the last few years. And I'm really stepping into this in this format of content because this feels most congruent with who I am. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. And if you've resonated with anything I'm saying, anything at all, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you want to see more of. And I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Peace.